like the Cavs, we gotta let them know. They got it with a shield for bees head. They got it with a shield for bees head. Ballin' like the Cavs, we gotta let them know. Cavs, we on, lie, we on. The Antoine broadcast.
Yo, happy Friday, man. I hope everybody's feeling good. I know I'm feeling good, so I hope the rest of y'all is feeling good as well. Welcome to this episode of the Antoine Spivey Sports and Entertainment Podcast Show, live on the Diva Spivey Media Network. I'm your host, Spivey, and y'all see who I got in the building. Kills the truth. Well,
I'm always the truth.
Kills the truth for right now. And Peacock in the building with Poppy fellas. Happy Friday to y'all.
Happy Friday, my brother.
How y'all feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Feeling
you know
great?
what I'm saying? Right.
Feeling great.
You know.
Now, well, I'll wait. Hopefully, don't forget your question that you was about to ask me before we went off and came on here. Kels.
What question?
You was about to ask me a question. You was like, let me ask you a question. I was like, hold up. And I took everybody off the screen.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, make sure you don't forget that question, all right? All right, so I don't want no problems. No, I don't want no problems.
Ain't no smoke. It's gonna be always. It's all love. It's all love. You know what I'm saying?
Not after the fantasy season, man.
It's about to
it's still gonna be love.
I appreciate everybody that's tuning in on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel at the Antoine Spivey Podcast Show. Also, keep viewing the Diva Spivey Media Network to catch the Antoine Spivey Show and plus more in the future. So y'all stay tuned for that. Big things always coming. Man, we got a hot show for y'all today. Y'all know it's Friday. So this is like our fourth one. You know, a little fun Friday game. Everybody rewind for the weekend. Pick one or sip one. You know, so it's this week for Kels to ask a question to Peacock. Hey. I got to finish, man. Kels got some. You know what? Let's get it going. So, Kels, the floor is yours.
All right, we were just talking about fantasy, right?
Right.
So, Peacock, who would you rather win a championship against, me or Spivey?
What'd you say?
Was that supposed to be a tough question?
I said, if you could win a championship, who would you rather beat, me or Spivey?
Well, you should already know the answer to that one. I don't need to sip it. That ain't hard. He already know I got it out for him for several reasons.
So you'd rather beat Spivey?
I ain't saying you a nobody, Kills, but
man, you said because I said he ain't nobody.
All right. If you could choose one running back to score the game-winning touchdown between Derrick Henry or Marshawn Lynch.
Ooh.
Ooh. I'm going. I gotta go with Marshawn Lynch.
Okay.
I gotta go with Marshawn Lynch. I mean, they both good, but I gotta go with Lynch.
That's a tough one. You said score a touchdown?
Score a touchdown. I ain't say first down. I said a touchdown.
I mean, now
see,
unless Pete Carroll calling the play, then that's a different story.
Lamar Jackson.
You said what?
I said that goes for Baltimore too, because Baltimore don't run the ball on a one.
No,
in big games.
They don't.
Yes, they would.
Because Philly don't do it either. I noticed that. Saquon don't have that many goal line touchdowns.
Okay, if you could choose one quarterback to lead a win drive, would it be John Elway or Tom Brady?
Ooh. I like that one, Kels. I like that one. About time you did something right. About time.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a good one.
I'm kind of stuck with that one.
So we sipping.
Yeah, you gotta drink to that. I'm stuck with that one.
Ooh, I ain't mad. I ain't mad at that one. I ain't mad at that one.
Man.
Jesus.
The people lightweight people be lightweight slipping on Elway sometimes when it comes to like the game winning drives and shit.
Oh yeah, he had a lot of them against us.
Right.
All right. The last question I got is this: which Hall of Famer baseball player? Hold up, no, I forgot the book. Hold on, let me read it. Which baseball player would you rather? Which pitcher would you rather have to get a strikeout to win a World Series? Roger Clemens or Nolan Ryan?
Clemens or Ryan? I don't know.
Let's slip.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what. That's another good one. That's another good one.
We're doing 8 or 4.
8.
So I doing all 8. I thought you was gonna do 4, but okay.
Oh no, I said if you needed me to do 4, I would have did 4, but you never. I mean, I got some.
Go ahead.
Go. Yeah, go. Because I got them were my best 4.
Doing your best 4.
Mm-hmm. I got some more, but you know.
What you got?
Peacock, we speaking of fantasy, we had negotiations going on with a deal with me and you for me to get Saquon Barkley from you.
Here we go.
And I was giving up Josh Jacobs. Who was it? Josh Jacobs.
It was Josh Jacobs, Chase Brown, and Terry McLaurin. You turned it down. Well, actually, you didn't turn it down. You started going into Peacock mode. So my question to you is this. Do you really feel like them be bad deals? Or is it that you just afraid to make the deal with me?
I wasn't afraid, but you already know what it is with you. Top team, what am I doing deals with you for? Why am I making your team better?
I'm making your team better.
No, why am I making your team better? I watched you trade with a lot of them and then turn around and beat them with their own players.
But
Players that they traded you.
You act like
who won? Wait a minute. Who won this past season?
Hold up. You act like when you trade with somebody.
Not from my team.
Who won it? Who won it this past season?
You should never see that person ever again in your career.
Who won it this past season?
That person at all in your career.
He did
this past season.
But
who won it this past season?
Who won what?
He did.
The fantasy, the championship.
Me.
He did.
Who won it in basketball?
Me.
He did.
Who won it the previous year?
Me.
Who was advocating for everybody not to do trades with you with the number 1 team in the league? Who was pushing it?
You.
And y'all made the trades with him, and then he run off.
Let's get but you'd have been
trophy,
but
with the same players that y'all traded him.
But with the team that you had, and you would have had those 3 players on the team, you'd have been a champion.
Y'all was winning in the moment. Y'all wasn't looking long term. Y'all was thinking short term, and that's why it cost y'all. And that's why it cost y'all year after year. It cost y'all.
My trade with him,
dude, sit over there and smile and laugh at y'all. That's how he got the name Victor Sweet.
Time out.
My trade didn't help him at all.
Time out.
In basketball,
my trade didn't help him at all.
Again, you was getting Josh Jacobs.
No, I think it was a little more. Go ahead.
You was getting Josh Jacobs, Chase Brown, and Terry McLaurin just for Saquon Barkley. What is you talking about?
What up?
What up,
Juju?
Ju? What is you talking about? How was you afraid to pull that trigger?
I wasn't afraid.
Yes, you was.
But I knew I wasn't giving you Saquon. Not only that, you had other trades in the works, and then I see what you end up pulling off and what you end up getting.
He only got Bijan Robinson.
Now, just imagine, he would have Robinson and Saquon if he would have ended up with something like that.
I
He
would
would
have
have
never.
had nobody else.
I would have never went after Bijan Robinson if I would have got Saquon Barkley.
Hey, ain't no telling what you. Come on now.
Who else was I gonna give up on my team? Who else I gonna give up?
They underestimate you every year and they pay for it.
Who else I gonna give
they
up?
underestimate you and we all pay for it.
In order for me to get Saquon Barkley and Bijan Robinson, I was gonna be losing the three I was offering you, which was Josh Jacobs, Chase Brown, Terry McLaurin. Hell, at that time before the trade deadline, I would have had to give up CD Lamb. I would have had to give up Tracy Jr. I would have had to give up. Who else I had?
You had to give up your whole team.
My whole team. So you think I'm about to run my team with just Kyler Murray, Saquon Barkley, and Bijan Robinson? No. If I would have
you can feed that to them. I don't buy that.
What you
I
mean?
done seen you in action too many times. I don't buy that.
How was I gonna be able to afford Bijan Robinson?
Otherwise, you scared.
He was scared. So that
I ain't scared.
so that's your answer.
You just admit it.
Look, hey, Kills. Look, Kills.
You just admit it.
You can place. Look, you good with third and fourth place.
I'm good.
You got to stay over there. You good with third and fourth place. You got to stay over there.
If you'd have offered me that trade, Saquon would have been gone.
Would have been gone.
Bye, Saquon.
Like this. Bam. Gotta go. You gotta go. I'm getting.
Bam.
All right. Your next question, Kills.
Hold up. I know he just starting off as a two-way player now, and he's young. But which two-way player will be better in a Pacific sport? Shohei Ohtani or Travis Hunter?
But how can you? We haven't seen Hunter in the major leagues yet, so how can we compare it? We haven't seen anything.
Oh, he generation. He won generation, so he can do it.
So was Ohtani. But you still have to see him come in and play. You got to give him a chance to play before you can make a comparison. That'll be like when Brian came out. That'd be like us comparing Brian to Jordan before we even seen Brian play out of high school.
They was already in high school.
You can't compare them two like that.
That's why they said it was the chosen.
You can't use Brian. They was already talking about Brian like that. You can't use.
Yeah.
You can't use Brian. Kills. Did you just say who gonna be better in their prime? Shohei Ohtani or Travis Hunter?
Yeah, I said in a different sport, which one would be better, Shohei Ohtani or Travis Hunter?
What you mean in a different sport?
Like if Shohei Ohtani go dominate in his sport, or Travis Hunter in his sport?
Man, that ain't a fair question.
It's not.
But, hey, go ahead, Peacock. That's your answer. I mean.
That's not a fair question at all. That's already said. How can you can't compare them two like that?
Okay, then which Super Bowl winning team was better? The San Francisco 49ers with Joe Montana or the Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes?
What was better? Considering the errors, but I had to go probably Montana.
Yeah, me too.
I gotta go Montana.
Me too.
Yeah,
I got one for you. Who are you taking in their prime? Tracy McGrady or Penny Hardaway?
Hardaway would have never. Man.
Both in their prime.
I don't know. Shit, might try to get both of them.
In a prime, I'm taking Hardaway.
I figured you was gonna say Penny.
Penny was that dude back in the day.
Penny was.
Tracy McGrady had a like a Kobe, like not like a Kobe, but he had like a Kobe moment when he was younger. He didn't start playing right off. When Penny came from Memphis with Orlando, he came straight out of the box.
Yeah.
He had the little penny commercial.
Commercials. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Penny.
I remember Penny commercials.
So Penny was.
I got another one for you.
Uh-huh.
Stephon Marbury or Steve Francis?
That's a
man. I might go Francis.
Steve franchise?
Yeah, I might have to go franchise. Go Francis.
Marbury was a beast in Minnesota, though.
Yeah, Marbury, he wasn't no slouch at all, by any means. But I still have to go see Francis though.
Last one for me. If you could pick to have any one of these players dribbling ability handles, who would it be? Jamal Crawford, Isaiah Thomas, Zeke, Isaiah Thomas, UTEP two-step, Tim Hardaway Jr. Tim Hardaway, or Kyrie Irving.
I'm gonna go with Irving. I'm gonna go with Kyrie.
Hey man, Jamal Crawford has some.
Yeah, Jamal Crawford had some handles.
Isaiah Thomas. They
Jamal
both
Crawford,
did.
Zeke did too, and
Thomas did too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to go.
I'd have been a little biased though. I'd have been a little biased. Zeke was my favorite basketball player, so.
Hey,
so
Kyrie was on our championship team.
That was my boy.
It's a slight bias to it, but not much. But
You know what? Let me take one of them out. Let me take one of them out. I forgot about this dude. Let me take one of them out. I'm gonna take out Zeke, with all due respect. But if I'm gonna say handles wise, Jamal Crawford, Kyrie Irving, Allen Iverson, or who's the other one I said?
You said Isaiah. You said Zeke, but you took Zeke out.
Right, but I replaced him with Allen Iverson. I said it was Kyrie Irving, Jamal Crawford,
Allen Iverson,
and it was.
You took Zeke out.
And I replaced Zeke with Allen Iverson.
Right, so it wasn't nobody else. It was just
Tim Hardaway. I said Tim Hardaway.
Oh, Tim Hardaway, yeah. Damn.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway, Kyrie Irving, Allen Iverson, and Jamal Crawford.
I'm gonna go with AI.
So you went from Kyrie to AI?
It's between them two, but if I didn't go Kyrie, I would go AI.
Who'd you go with, Kels?
Most likely Kyrie. Kyrie had AI just was little AI handles. He just go boom, 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 and cross over. Kyrie can go boom, 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 cross over, spin.
Kyrie could dance. Like for real, if I was to rank them, I would put Kyrie 1.
Then AI.
No, Jamal Crawford.
Jamal Crawford 2.
Then
AI. You put Crawford over AI with the handles?
Yeah.
Yeah. Kyrie, Crawford. Then I'll probably go AI and then Tim Hardaway.
AI and Tim Hardaway is to me is time.
Yeah,
if you add on a scoring ability with it, like driving to the hole, would you still keep it in that order?
Kyrie, Jamal Crawford. Probably so.
Like them creating space with their
But
hands.
I would just I'll put Crawford 3 and AI 2. If it's talk about the scoring wise, going to the basket.
Like getting to the basket or creating space.
But
Jamal Crawford,
was
man.
a beast.
And look, I love AI. No disrespect to AI, but Jamal Crawford, man, like, hey,
I was one of the first to cross Jordan at a younger era.
He carried too. That was a carry.
Yeah, but Jamal Crawford though, man, a lot of people look real silly.
Yeah.
Real silly. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm talking about hellified people. Hey man, good game today. Good game today. Peacock, you did all right. You did decent. You got us on 3. You got us on 3. You did decent. What up, Will?
Lamar got robbed.
Lamar got robbed.
He talk about for the MVP.
For the MVP.
We gonna discuss that.
They
We
gave
gonna discuss that in a minute. But yeah, good game, man. For our 4th pick, 1, sip 1, man. We got one next week. Who turns to ask the question? Mine?
Yep.
No, you.
Ain't nobody asked me no. Hold up.
It's your turn. It's your turn to answer the questions next week.
Yeah, my turn to answer the question.
Yeah.
No, I answered Peacock's because he hit me with the Victor Sweet.
With the Victor Sweet.
Yeah, right. we got Kills the last time. You know, Kills trying to make it all.
Yeah, Kills.
He was scared. He didn't want to drink nothing.
Who? Yeah. No, that was my real live thought. I wasn't trying to drink.
Some of it was called cop outs, man. Hey, but we'll figure it out, man. But or we'll just pick some random ones. Don't even matter. But good one, fellas. I enjoyed that. Now let's get down to the nitty gritty. Josh Allen winning the NFL MVP award last night. As you see through one of the comments, Mr. Willie feel like Lamar got robbed. Lamar had a hell of a season. So did Josh Allen. But I have always said I think Josh Allen was going to get it just by the situation he was put in. Nobody thought Buffalo would look how they looked this past season. Nobody thought that Josh Allen would look how he looked this past season, especially with the fact that he didn't have Stephon Diggs there no more. So they didn't know who his number 1 was going to be. They went out and drafted Coleman. Coming to the season, it was a lot of people saying Kincaid was going to be his top target. You know what I'm saying? Like, which it wasn't. But Josh Allen had a hell of a season. Did they get it right or did they get it wrong? Holla at me, Kills.
They got it right because for the simple fact that Josh Allen scored a lot with his feet. He took that team somewhere that nobody thought. They weren't even predicted to win their division. They were predicted to go 3rd. It was the Dolphins, Jets.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then Buffalo. He put that team on his back. Running wise, when they need a big play, guess what? It was Josh Allen. I said in the beginning of the year that he was going to be able to make his number 1 receiver, which was Shakir. You know, he came out of nowhere. They traded for Amari Cooper, which it didn't materialize as everybody thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But he still prevailed doing what Josh Allen do. He took his turnovers down a lot. He ain't had that many turnovers because he wasn't forcing the ball to Stephon Diggs. He was just hitting the open man. Right. And he didn't have to hear all that, man, I'm open this. So they got it right. Lamar had a good year. I mean, Lamar had his typical year. I mean, but was it better than his MVP year last year? So that's the question. And that, as the voters probably look like Lamar gonna do Lamar things. So
talk to me, Peacock.
I mean, you look at it overall. Lamar ain't had much. He ain't had that much receivers to work with either. He ain't had like no star receivers, just like Allen didn't. But Lamar did have more. He did have more total touchdowns. I think what did Josh Allen had 40? I think the Lamar come in at like 47. So he had 7 more touchdowns. He had more passing touchdowns and more rushing touchdowns. So to me, I think with him not having like a star receiver or like a star tight end, he still got it done. So I can see why people think he got robbed.
Ain't Zay Flowers his number 1?
Yeah.
Yep.
And is Zay Flowers the number one on all the other NFL teams?
Possibility.
Like this, would he be the number one if he was on the Eagles?
No, you got AJ Brown.
Okay,
right.
So that's what I'm getting at. On a lot of these other teams that got star receivers, Zay Flowers wouldn't be the number one.
Let's say was Zay Flowers
Philadelphia? They got AJ Brown.
Hold up,
would he be number one on Washington?
No,
Zay Flowers will be the number one.
Zay Flowers wouldn't be number one.
All right, no. The question is, will he be the number one wide receiver in Buffalo with Josh Allen?
Yeah.
If you gonna compare him,
would he be number one if Diggs was there?
Diggs, no.
You can't.
So that's what I'm saying. He's a number one because of where he is. There's nobody else on there to kind of compare him to or to push him over the top. So like for instance, how you got AJ Brown, you got Devontae Smith. I think Devontae Smith will be the top target over Zay Flowers if AJ Brown wasn't on the Eagles.
Of course, because they won't have nobody.
So if you said they wouldn't have nobody and Devontae Smith was still number one over Zay Flowers,
hold up. Did Devontae Smith make the Pro Bowl?
He missed a lot of games this year.
He missed a lot of games.
He missed a lot of games this year.
No,
he wasn't going to make the Pro Bowl. He missed a lot of games.
Did Zay Flowers make the Pro Bowl?
Yeah, I think he made his first.
So he's the number one receiver on Baltimore.
But you can't. With Devontae Smith, if they would have played the same amount of games, that could be different. But he missed several weeks with concussions. He was in concussion protocol twice.
But also,
I had him on fantasy. That's how I know he missed a lot of games.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. Will AJ Brown be the number one receiver in Minnesota?
Yeah.
Over
Justin Jefferson. If you put, I think they'd be the top duo in the NFL. Either one could be number one. Either one of them two could be number one.
No.
Right,
No.
Either one of them two could be number one.
No. If AJ Brown was to go to Minnesota, I don't give a fuck if Justin Jefferson was to go to Philadelphia. Nigga, Justin Jefferson is the number one receiver.
That's like T. Higgins and Jamar Chase.
So for you to ask, would Zay Flowers be the number one receiver in Philadelphia? That's crazy.
I said removing AJ Brown and leave it and just him and Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith will still be number one over Zay Flowers.
Now that's the situation.
That was what I said. That's what I had.
Nah,
they play the same way.
They play
the same receivers.
It don't matter if they play the same way. It's it's the numbers they produce when they on the field.
I think Zay Flowers will get more attempts than Devontae Smith. And I like Devontae Smith, but Zay Flowers is he's like in that mode, that quick scat back type of wide receiver who can go deep.
Is he better than Olave?
Who?
Flowers. Healthy Olave? No.
Yeah, healthy Olave. Is he better than Olave?
No.
That's what I'm saying. On a lot of these teams, he wouldn't be the number one. He's number one because of the team he's on. And there is nobody behind him challenging him for that number one spot.
Mark Andrews.
That's the tight end, Kills. I'm talking about just
receiving. You said receiving, though. That's still a receiving.
Receivers, wide receivers, not tight end.
If by taking your knowledge, by taking what you account for, then in that case, Chris Olave.
We talking receivers, Kills. We talking receivers. We talking receivers.
Okay, I'm just saying, Chris Olave.
It's like saying if you put Zay Flowers on the Chiefs, and then you say Kelsey's better.
You ain't naming no fair teams.
I'm not talking about tight ends. Receivers.
What do tight ends do? They catch the ball, right?
They're still tight ends, not wide receivers. We're talking wide receivers, Kills.
But they catch the ball, right?
We're talking wide receivers. We're talking wide receivers.
All right, he'll be a number one receiver, and he'll be a number one receiver with the Raiders.
The difference if you said number one target. If you said number one target, that's different. But we said receivers.
Okay, then that's still receiving.
Oh my God,
that's still a receiving.
We're talking about the position, Kills. The wide receiver position.
I like Zay Flowers. So So you feel like they got it right or they got it wrong, Peacock?
I feel like Lamar Jackson still was in position to get it. I think he had the better numbers. And due to the situation, like they both was in similar situations without having just a star standout receiver, but they both still got it done. But I think Lamar overall had the better year.
Yeah, like I said, coming into it, I had a feeling the way that season panned out, only way Lamar was gonna get it. If Lamar would have beat Josh Allen in that playoff game, then we might be having a different story.
I think that would have changed it. I think that would have had some influence on it.
Since he didn't, and Josh Allen played well that game, Lamar Jackson played decent, if I'm not mistaken, that game. And then again, the fact that nobody thought that Buffalo would be in the situation that they was in this season, in the position they was in this season. Coming to season, nobody. Again, we didn't have them winning their division. They was third. We were talking about them being third in their division. So I think Josh Allen played a big factor, you know what I'm saying, into how Buffalo played this season. So I think they got it right. I think they got it right. I ain't mad at it.
Now, side note, do you think he did better? You think he did better without Diggs, or you think he would have been better with Diggs?
He did better without Diggs.
He did better without Diggs.
Do you now?
His turnover was down.
Do you think Diggs fell off, or just had an off year?
No, they ran Diggs Diggs wasn't a fit in Buffalo no more because they were going to the running game.
No, I mean, like in his new role.
In
Houston,
you
think it just had too many decent wideouts over there?
In Houston?
No. Yeah, in Houston.
He got hurt.
But in the beginning, when it's like it's almost like he wasn't targeted that often.
Shit. In the beginning, Stephon Diggs was shit. What games was you watching?
Yeah. Stephon Diggs was getting like 7, 8, 9 targets with Nico Collins.
With touchdowns.
Wait a minute, hold on. Who got hurt first? Collins? No.
Stephon Diggs got hurt first.
Diggs went down before Collins.
Yes.
I was looking at the numbers because I was looking at how they had their numbers. I like how he was spreading the ball around. Because they was running the ball as well.
Yeah, in the beginning of the year, Missing was doing great. And then when Diggs got hurt, that's when Nico Collins took off a little bit because at first it was a Stephon Diggs show. All you was hearing about is Diggs. They was like, what's going on with Nico Collins?
It sure was.
I was looking at the fantasy numbers from before when he was
shit, he was balling. Stephon Diggs was balling, but nevertheless, man, it's a lot of people feel like Lamar should have got it. I think they got it right by giving it to Josh Allen, mainly because what I feel like what did it was that head-to-head game in the playoffs. Bless you.
Thank you.
The NFL Hall of Fame class of 25 was announced. It was a short class. This year you had Eric Allen going. Bless you.
Thank you.
Who else was it? Oh,
it was Stephon Diggs, Antonio Gates, Jared Allen.
Stephon Diggs.
He said Stephon Diggs.
It was Sterling Sharp. Sterling Sharp,
Antonio Gates,
and Eric Allen.
Yeah. It was only 5 of them.
4.
5. It's they new format for the way they.
No, it was only 4. Only 4 got in.
Yeah, that's the lowest one it been.
Yeah. Luke Kuechly missed it. Eli Manning missed it.
Somebody else.
Do y'all think anybody that missed it was deserving to get in, or did they get this Hall of Fame class right? I was happy for Sterling Sharp though.
I think Sterling Sharp should have been in. I think Eli should have got in. I also think Torrey Holt should be in. You look at Torrey Holt's body of work. There's no reason for Torrey Holt not to be in the Hall of Fame. He's second to Jerry Rice in a lot of categories. There is no reason that he shouldn't be in there.
Well, Eli should be in there just because he beat Brady twice in the Super Bowl.
He's the only one that could beat Brady.
So, but it was nice to see Sterling Sharp get in after what Shannon Sharp said in his speech. Maybe that kind of pushed it over the edge for us because when you look at it, in his 7-year career, Sterling Sharp was off to a great start to his neck injury.
Beasted.
It was like he was catching 100 balls, like he was catching 100 balls a year.
Yeah.
At one point, getting 15, 18, 1,700 yards, like with 12 touchdowns. So that was a good thing for Sharp to get in. Antonio Gates too. He got in. Third best tight end in the NFL history, I think. You know what I'm saying? You got Tony Gonzalez, then you got Kellen Winslow Sr.
So where you gonna put Antonio Gates? You put Antonio Gates over Kelsey?
Where you gonna put Kelsey at?
Kelsey?
Where you gonna put him at?
Probably over Antonio Gates because we go is the tiebreaker because he got rings.
What about Rob Gronkowski?
Oh,
forgot about Gronk.
I still gonna go with Grunt over Kelsey. It's something about Grunt.
Really?
Yeah, Grunt. Grunt was the one that not started, but in that area, between Kelsey and Grunt was a little bit better than Kelsey at that point. So I'd still take Grunt.
What about
interesting?
Shannon Sharp.
And Shannon was decent, but Shannon Sharp
was he about to? What you about to say? Decent?
He had his best game with John Elway though. When he got to Baltimore, it was alright. What Sharp was alright.
Well, you got to look at Elway. They was based off defense then. Remember, they was based off defense then when Sharp got there to Baltimore.
Right,
but still
primary.
But still, it was like, okay, Shannon Sharp, you got your Hall of Fame in Denver with John Elway. It was good. You know what I'm saying?
But at that time, they was they was a defensive team, man.
Man, he had a couple of decent games, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But
Kels, you a hater, man.
He is.
I ain't no hater.
You a hater.
I'm just saying.
You a hater. I'm just saying you a hater.
Shannon Sharp said he the second best player in his own family, so
because he knew how much of a beast his brother was.
Right.
That's respect.
He's giving his brother his flowers.
I know, but his brother was a beast though. But if you had to rank the tight ends, how would you rank them?
All time?
Like all time. Like where would you put Grunt, Tony Gonzalez, Dallas Clark? People forget about Dallas Clark.
Shoot, we could
even go way back to Mike Dicker.
Ooh. I would definitely say Grunt is top 5.
Okay.
Kelsey
top 5.
Kelsey top 5.
Okay.
Gonzalez top 5.
It only can be so many top 5s.
So that's 3 right there.
That's 3 right there.
Grunt, Kelsey. And who else I say? Grunt, Kelsey, and
I said Grunt, Kelsey. Who did you? And Gonzalez.
Grunt, Kelsey, Gonzalez. Grunt, Kelsey, Gonzalez.
It's hard, ain't it?
And man, you still got my dog Ozzie too, man.
Ozzie was the originator. Ozzie had the most catches by a tight end for a minute until Gonzalez took over.
You said who?
Ozzie Newsome.
Ozzie.
Would y'all put Crumpler up there?
This is tough.
Huh?
Well, see, you would have to put Antonio Gates up there though, for real. So that's 4. That's 4.
So that's the top 4 right there. You need one more top 5. So you got Gates,
Grunt,
Gonzalez,
Travis Kelsey.
You got Kelsey up there? Kelsey. So that's 4. Kellen Winslow Sr. was a beast.
He was.
Then you had Ty Kristen from the Raiders.
Yeah.
Jason Witten. You don't like Jason Witten like that?
If you throw Witten in there, when you had to put Crumpler up there somewhere?
Who?
RG Crumpler. No.
If you throwing Witten in there.
No, Witten was better than Algie Crumpler.
Witten had more catches and yards than Crumpler.
The fifth, I would have to say, that's tough. But I'm gonna have to put Shannon.
Shannon?
He got them Super Bowls.
Yeah.
My top, if I had to do a top five, it'd be Kelsey, Gates, Winslow, Grunt, and Gonzalez. And my honorable mention for the 6 would be Ozzie.
Yeah. I'm mad at that. Well, hopefully y'all boy Eli can get it next year. His second year on the ballot, man. Like, I was kind of shocked it was only 4. I do feel like it's a whole bunch of other ones. Luke Kuechly, I definitely feel like he could have got in.
Yeah, and like you said, Torrey Holt. There's a whole lot of people who could have got in.
He held that Carolina Panther defense down for years. So, unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, everybody can't make it, but I was surprised that it was just only 4. So,
also, you know, Sterling Sharp and Shannon Sharp is the first brothers to make it into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You know who the next 2 brothers are, though?
Eli and Peyton.
Let's see. Well, let's see if they let Eli in. Well,
and what other brothers? I mean, you got to go down. I don't got that much time to go look at it.
No, you got them 2, and then after that, you're gonna have.
And I ain't got no brother winning this
championship. You're gonna have the Kelsey brothers in there next after Eli and Peyton get in.
You know, it's hard to get centers and guards into the Hall of Fame, though. It's really, really hard.
Jason Kelsey gonna make it.
Yeah, it's really hard to get.
I think Jason Kelsey gonna make it too.
But it's hard to get them in, though.
It is.
It's real hard.
Joe,
you know, you gotta be like you gotta be like Larry Allen or somebody. You know, Tony Baselli or Joe Thomas that like dominate, only get like 1 sack in 30 years against them or something. You know, it's hard for them to get.
I think eventually when he probably get eligible. I ain't saying it's gonna be the first year, but I think once he becomes eligible, I think he gonna get in. Jason Kelsey.
I say probably the 6th time.
The 6th?
His 6th year?
Yeah. Because it's hard to get guards. It's hard to get centers, and it's hard to get centers in the Hall of Fame.
At least he got it. He made it in there. At least he got it.
Exactly.
How long did it take Joe Thomas to get in?
Joe Thomas got on his first ballot.
Exactly. So you telling me you telling me Jason wasn't that good?
Joe Thomas, you know how many snaps that dude had before he got injured? He had over 10,000 snaps. He played with a torn tricep. You know how hard that is to play with a torn, and you blocking 265-pound people? Joe Thomas have never missed a game until that year he got injured when he tore his tricep. And he was still trying to go out there and play. Right. And they told him, no, we're going to shut your butt down. So it's hard. Joe Thomas is one of the when y'all thought that one in generational, he was a one in generational tackle.
Joe Thomas?
Yes.
Yeah. Him,
Tony Baselli.
Orlando Pace. What did he play? Guard, right?
Orlando Pace played tackle.
Yeah, tackle. Orlando Pace. Senior. And junior for real.
Yep. You had Pace was a beast.
Yeah.
Pace was nice. You had who else was the tackle? That I said Baselli, Joe Thomas, Larry Allen for Dallas.
Yeah.
You know, them type of players are you don't even hear their name. They don't even get holding calls on them.
Yeah. Fact. I know y'all heard about the NFL want to try to expand to 18 games, man, which I feel is just this starting to get real ridiculous now. The NFL players like, no, they ain't trying to play 18 games. Would y'all like to see 18 games? Y'all think 18 games too much? Like, how y'all feeling about this one?
The 18 games is too much. 17 already enough. They talk about trying to stop concussions and all this other. Another game will end up trying to get a concussion. I think it will be watered down 18 games, but it'll make it even. At least you would be like, what, 99? And maybe it'll be better for a playoff scenario. But this is another scheme to try to get more money for the NFL. You know, like, but 18 games, 17 games is enough. Keep it like that.
They could have kept it at 16 for real.
Yeah, 16. But I like to. I mean, that one game though is 17 is enough. When you start getting 18, that's too much. That's too much wear and tear on their bodies. Even though they only play once a week, but the collisions and all that other is hard on their bodies. So
you might have to add a second bye week in there.
17.
Right.
Might have to add a second bye week if you're going to tack on another game.
You will have to.
Because if you look at it, I think, when was that first bye week? Some teams had a bye week in like week 5 or week 6.
Detroit had theirs in week 5.
And that's
week
crazy.
5.
And 5 games in, your bye week is gone.
And then you got to go play another 13 games?
Yeah, without trying to get no injuries and all that.
Yeah, they got to put another bye week in there. They got to.
They have to.
Ain't no if,
Not only that, you had about 4. You had almost 3 or 4 more games before you even make it to the halfway point of the season.
That's why I think the best bye week to have is like week 11.
Or at least make it halfway through. If you can't, I know everybody can't be on a bye week at the same time. Right. But I think week 5 is way too early.
Bitch, hell, week 7.
Yeah, that's early. Man, listen. I agree with y'all. Add another game, man. I ain't doing nothing but just having potential more injuries. If you're trying to stop injuries from happening, it's all about the dollar bill, though, man. They put the players at the risk for the dollar bills, and they still playing preseason games. So if that's the case, then eliminate the preseason games as well.
Exactly. Start in August.
Like that's why you got your off-season workouts, your off-season training mandatory camps. And then you have your training camps. Your training camps, y'all better be in there getting the practice in, training in, and all that, because the season start in August, like you said. Like eliminate the preseason games.
Right. But then I think the preseason game is more for evaluating other players than anything.
Like scouting.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, if we go do a preseason game, we'll instead of 3, we do 2, and then y'all practice with each other. Against each other to evaluate the players. So I think they just use the.
I'm not playing no preseason games. If we playing 18 games, I'm not playing no preseason games.
Oh yeah, no, 18 games it should be because that's another wear and tear on your body. You know what I'm saying? They already took 2 days away from you, so.
And we get a bye week, 2 bye weeks. Right. That's too much.
On the Browns, they bye week would be 13 and 14.
That's
back to back.
That's just too much. But yeah, the NFL players, man, they not on it. They ain't trying to do all that. So I don't know. We'll see. But the NFL always get their way. Hopefully the players don't fall for the boo food. If they do, get them bye weeks and get them preseason games out the way. Your boy Jimmy Butler finally got traded him to the Golden State Warriors. During his press conference, he said he finally feel wanted again. So I guess he felt like he wasn't wanted in Miami anymore. But now he feel wanted and goes down. I feel wanted too if I got a 2-year extension.
$121 million.
You know what I'm saying? Like
$121 million. That's what. Yeah. That's a lot of.
I feel good again too. But do y'all actually think Jimmy Butler can help Golden State get back into playoff contention and make a deep playoff run?
I don't know about a deep playoff run, but I think this helped them get into the playoffs. I think this catapult them into the play-in game to at least try to get to the playoffs. They team is still aging. They still flawed team. What you gonna do with Draymond? Draymond is not Draymond Green of the past.
Right.
Steph is doing too much. Steph got to really carry the team, and Steph is getting a little older now. And running around those screens all the time affects your legs. So they need to make another move, maybe in the off season. But at least they re-signed them, and they might have another off season to get something done. But all this do now is just get them in playoff contention. They're not gonna compete with the Mavs, the Houston Rockets, the Thunder, or even the Lakers. So with Jimmy Butler. Playoffs, yes. Championship, no.
Call Jimmy Peacock.
Yeah, I think they still be a few pieces short. I just don't see Butler being an answer to get them back to the team they were when it was Curry, Iguodala, Draymond, Clay, that type of team. Butler ain't gonna get them back to that point. They need more than that. So I think it'll be a while, or they're gonna have to add something in the offseason. I think Butler he may be a nice addition until next year when he need that extension again.
Well, shit, you got 120. You getting 60 million. You getting 60. I just looked it up. You're getting 60.5.
I know.
60 million
for 2 years.
60 million. I sound like Chris Tucker on Rush Hour.
He gonna need
60 million. Who do you think he is?
Man.
Yeah, that I think it was a move to, try to get Steph Curry another scorer in there besides himself. Like you said, Steph Curry is putting a lot on his shoulder. There's a lot being put on Steph Curry. So Jimmy Butler could be that second option because, Jonathan Kuminga being out, haven't been playing. Podziemski and them, they not developing like I thought they developed looking at how they was last year. So it was a good move to do that. But yeah, championship, nah, I don't see it. Definitely don't see it.
And with Kuminga, he been injured the last couple of years. So how do he develop? Last year was his best year. So he was coming on last year, but now would this stunt his growth now that Butler is in there? Because now Butler gonna demand the ball more than what Kuminga did.
I
think would that stunt his growth?
Depending on how long is Jonathan Kuminga out?
I think out another 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I don't think it is.
Okay. So you think they gonna go if anybody they like in a buyout? I'm more interested to see who gonna get bought out now that the trades have been through. Which team go buy out? Because I'm looking at Washington might buy out Chris Middleton. Without Chris Middleton, I don't want to play for no rebuild team. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to a championship.
You want to go to a contender at that point.
Right. So I can understand you coming from Milwaukee, then you want to win from Milwaukee to Washington. No, buy me out. Buy me out.
Hey, speaking of buyouts, we might be having another acquisition to the Cavaliers and Ben Simmons. How y'all feeling about that?
I was about to say Ben Simmons. They looking to buy him. I seen that. That came across not too long ago. I don't know. You don't know what you're getting sometimes.
I know I'll get a 6'11" dude who can.
I gotta cut this heat off. Hold on.
Who can 6'11" dude who can pass the ball, who can rebound, who can defend.
He gonna be on the court.
At times, if he's getting his mind right, he can score.
Is he gonna be available?
Well, he always had chronic back injuries since he was in high school. So, his back seems like it's better.
It's just crazy knowing what he was and knowing what he is now, seeing where he at now.
And I would like to know what happened though. What made him What made him go from being an all-star to now like not doing what he normally do? You know, it's them generous, man. Them generous.
That playoff game where he didn't shoot that ball and he started.
Yeah, why was he scared to shoot it though? I mean, if you watch this boy practice, you like, man, Ben Simmons can hit every shot in the gym. If you really watch him practice, but practice is when nobody is on you, and you know, pressure busts pipes when his game, he's not mentally into the game no more. So I don't know, but just for the defensive purpose and his length and his playmaking ability, he'll be good with Cleveland. So he won't have to worry about nothing. He won't have to worry about scoring. All he had to do is worry about doing the playmaking, because in Brooklyn, he's a superstar and he needs to do something. But with Cleveland, he won't have to do nothing but play defense.
Facts. I like him here in Cleveland too. But we'll see. He proposed me with Cleveland and the Clippers. Hopefully we can land them and add more depth to this roster. Before we get up out of here, Super Bowl weekend. Let me get y'all predictions, scores, and who y'all think will win MVP. Go Kels.
Eagles 30-24. Saquon Barkley MVP for 205 yards. He finally breaks a record.
Peacock.
38-31 Eagles. Saquon Barkley MVP.
38-31. I'm gonna go with
high scoring game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Philly as well. I'm gonna go Philly. 31-27. Saquon Barkley MVP.
Saquon gonna have at least 160 plus yarder, at least one.
Yeah, I think so too.
Calling in now.
I say he have two, because he gonna break the record.
He actually in line to break several. He in line to break several postseason records.
Hopefully the refs don't get involved, man. They let these boys play. Ain't nobody like they brought off.
And who gonna be the referee? Who gonna be the referee of the Super Bowl? We got to look at that.
Yeah.
Kansas City already paid him.
Don't say that, man. Don't say that. I appreciate everybody that tuned in on the Diva Spivey Media Network. Continue to keep watching on that, man. Continue to support, man. We doing good, man. And thanks to y'all. That's why we doing good. Continue to keep subscribing to the YouTube channel at the Antoine Spivey Podcast Show. For myself, Peacock, and Kels, we're going to catch y'all Monday, man. Y'all be safe this weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl. Catch y'all Monday. We out of here. Peace.
Like